Hello and welcome to Mind on the Match. This is our weekly football rewind show with me and James. How you doing, James? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate.
Yeah, we're as good as we can be at the minute, aren't we? Being Burnley fans, but it's not too bad. So we'll do what we usually do. Start with Super Six, then we'll go on to Premier League results, see what happened. Quick talk maybe about last night, Football League results. Have a quick look at them, I think. And yeah, do the usual fantasy football as well. I don't think it went too well for me actually this week.
Really?
Well, I don't think so. When I don't think it's gone well, I just won't look. So I'll find out in a minute. Yeah. So we'll do what Super Six from last weekend because I didn't do midweek again, letting the side down massively. So it was round 10 of fixtures. Burnley Chelsea were on there. We went for 1-1, didn't we?
We did.
And finished 3-0 to Chelsea.
Couldn't have been more wrong, really, could we?
Well, we went with our hearts, didn't we? I think rather than our heads. I think we knew it was going to be a challenge, but. What did you think, though? Do you think we were same old?
Frustrating that, weren't it? Because we both said about how we played pretty well against Spurs, and thought we might just, carry that through. But back to the sort of predictability and one-dimensional football, and it's frustrating. But we seem to always get ourselves out of it, so we've got to do something quick, though.
We do, yeah. We started terribly, didn't we? Did we start bad last season?
We started all right last season. It was a part way through the season where we had a bit of a tough run, and we were looking a little bit dodgy for like the first part of it, and then we ended up obviously beating Leicester, beating United.
Well, that Villa game was the turning point last year, I thought. Yeah. At Turf on New Year's Day, I think it were.
Yeah, there were a couple. There was the season we got season after Europa League. We had a really bad start.
Yeah,
not as bad as this.
Yeah.
But we did have a bad start, and then second half of the season, we had a bad half season. Never mind, for opening few games. So, it can all change quickly, but we need to really get some points on the board now.
We do, definitely. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But Chelsea, to be fair, deserved it, didn't they? Deserved all 3 points.
Well, I mean, much better team, but those are sort of games I think maybe if the turf's full and it might be a different story, but.
Yeah, I thought they deserved it, Chelsea. We had the early chance with Barnes. Should have done better, I think.
Yeah, he should.
Dyche thought it were a penalty.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for me.
I think I do see you see them a lot, don't you? Where he's played the ball already, and I don't think he's not endangering Barnes, is he? He's not. It's not a malicious tackle. He's come out to block the ball, and he's just caught him, and so it's not a penalty for me. That.
Yeah, not for me either. Sorry, Dyche, to go against you there.
I think Chris Borden loves to complain about that sort of penalty thing. I think he's clutching at straws there. I don't think that's a penalty for me.
Yeah,
that really is.
He likes to complain, doesn't he, Chris Borden?
He does.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in Premier League review as well. We'll just talk a little bit more about it. Bournemouth derby though. I went for 3-0 Bournemouth. It finished 1-1.
Yeah, surprising result. I went 2-0. Decent result that for derby, I'd say. They're not the best starts, have they? So. Yeah, decent effort that.
Yeah, good result.
I'll be happy with a point.
Yeah, Bournemouth were disappointed. Got beat last night as well, Sheffield Wednesday. Who were doing great. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday managed to stay up. Fair play to them. Starting on minus points. And but bad couple of games for Bournemouth, really, isn't it? I think they'd have liked more than they got. Barnsley beat Watford 1-0.
Yeah, another
shock, really.
Another surprising result, to be fair. Watford will be really disappointed with that, I think. Especially, I think they're expecting to bounce straight back up, aren't they? Got a decent side as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They'd like to, wouldn't they? Yeah.
So that's not great, but Barnes are actually not doing too bad, actually, with some of the results that they're picking up. So,
yeah, Barnsley very much continue where they left off last season.
Yeah.
They ended the season really well, didn't they? Not everybody thought they were down and out, and somebody managed to stay up. And now, just looking now, 17th in the league, so I think they'll take staying up
10 points. It's I think they'll take that, won't they, at this stage?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And yeah, Bournemouth, it's a few games. If they got 6 points from that, they'd be in a lot better position. It'd be 5 points difference, wouldn't they now?
Yeah.
So then on to Middlesbrough Forest. I got this 5-pointer.
Same, mate.
Nice little 5 point. Do you go 1-0, yeah?
I've been back in Neil, and they're on some serious form now, Barrett.
Flying. Well, that's the game I watched last night. I watched most of it anyway. Blackburn, Middlesbrough with a better team. Just couldn't score. But yeah, they're looking really good up to 5th.
Yeah.
2 points off Swansea in 2nd. So
yeah, they'll be buzzing with that.
A lot healthier there. And Swansea Blackburn, I got the right margin. 3-1 though I went instead of 2-0.
It's another 5-pointer for me.
Do you get it right?
I went for 2-0 Swansea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that spoke for itself really. Blackburn not in great form, are they? Swansea doing okay.
They got. Blackburn need to be worried if them goals are drying up, because I worry about them at defence, and going forward. I think they've got some good strikers, but they haven't scored now 2 games in a row. So see how that goes. Preston Birmingham. I was shocked at this one. Birmingham won 2-1.
I was a bit shocked about that, but I went 1-0 Preston. I thought it'd be a close game, and didn't expect 3 goals, to be fair.
I expected the goal. I went 2-1, but Preston.
Yeah, early goal for Birmingham. Probably had some say in that. I think they scored it 2nd minute, didn't they? So
yeah, Birmingham not had a bad start. 13 points, game in hand as well on most of the top 6. So yeah, good results there. We'll talk more about Football League later on as well at the end. We'll talk about last night's games and current league tables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then on to the Premier League. So we've talked a bit about Burnley, Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think we will stay up?
No, I don't. I don't know. Maybe it is too early to tell, but there's been quite a few games gone past already now. We're only sat on 1 point, so it's it's not looking great, is it? Unless this takeover gets done in January and we make some signings, I can't see it.
On the takeover as well, we should mention that really, shouldn't we? It's looking. I mean, it sort of looks like both of them think they're going to get it, don't they?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's so strange to think that. Yeah, it worries me a little bit, that the fact that it's sort of like they both think they're in the driver's seat, don't they? It's for those who don't know, there's obviously two main competitors at the minute that are supposedly taking over. There's Kashashi and Farnell, who think I believe they're waiting on Premier League test thing.
They reckon that the contract's signed. All they need is this. But then you've got
baffling that.
what's the American
Alan Pace. He's
Alan Pace is up here buying a bloody house. So
I do like that though. I like that. I mean, I think I speak for the majority of Burnley fans. We want ALK in, don't we? I think Farnell, and not so much that Kashashi, but not got a great track record, and obviously ALK seem a decent fit. Yeah.
One thing I will say about that Middle Eastern, the other one company.
Is it? Well, I don't know the actual. I don't know what the lad's Egyptian, isn't he? Kashashi and
right. So
obviously British.
Yeah. That Egyptian. So I think that Farnell, reading between the lines, isn't as bad as people are making out.
I know. I've seen it.
But I saw a Bury fan say that apparently he was actually quite good during that. It wasn't.
Well, he tried to help him, didn't he?
He tried to help him. 3 buyers he found. It weren't.
Although Charlton fans are not big fans, are they?
No, Charlton are completely. But apparently, I don't know if he actually ran Charlton. I think he tried to buy him. Didn't he? And he failed the test.
Supposedly took some money from Charlton or something like that.
Right.
I read that he something like £1 million went missing or something like that, unaccounted for, and he also forgot. I believe when he was trying to take over Charlton, he left some details out, which was supposedly an accident, but a lot of people believe it was a sly move, I think.
Yeah, Charlton fans do seem very against him, don't they? Against the idea of him running another club. So
there's no smoke without fire, and he has got a track record, and I think regardless of how much, I think they've both got plenty of money, haven't they? So I think it's just going to be a case of who's the better fit. I think they can both offer similar amounts of money for the club, so I don't think that's the issue. And Alan Pace is showing his determination, isn't he, by looking at houses. So
Good sign
No,
that as
fair.
well, because it shows that he's not just going to bad
Well,
a club and then piss off. Sort of
yeah.
which is
I
good.
really do hope that Alan Pace gets in. I hope I don't regret what I'm saying, but I think he'll be a good fit, and he looks like he apparently a big fan of Daesh, which is I think is a really important thing. When I spoke to a lot of people, they keep saying like needs to be someone that lets the club carry on how it is at the moment with almost Daesh running it, and I think because they're such fans of Daesh, then they'll probably allow that. So hopefully,
Yeah, we don't want the owner running the club. We had Ramage on, didn't we? And he said about the QPR owners, didn't he? He said that they were more or less running until Neil Warnock come in, and sorted it all out. So then moving on to Wolves Palace. Wolves won 2-0 Friday night.
Yeah.
Up to 6 now. Wolves Palace 13th. Both had good starts to the season, I'd say, for what they want to do.
Yeah.
Palace are way out of the relegation at the minute.
Wolves are really impressive, though, aren't they?
Wolves are a good team.
Fantastic really team. Everything about them. They got good money, great owner, great manager. Everything that every club wants to be at the minute. I think they've done it really well, haven't they? Coming up from Championship and kicking on, and they're obviously showing it. They've got some good players, young players as well. So I think they'll finish in the top 5 this season, Wolves.
Yeah, they could well do. I think I put them down a bit, didn't I, in the Premier League?
Yeah, you said they were going to struggle this season.
Yeah, and I said Sheffield United were going to do well again. Look at that. Look, that shows what I know, doesn't it?
All are opposites.
Yeah, it shows what I know. But Wolves really good side, aren't they? Impressive. Like I say, they could easily make that top 5. I think even when I said my prediction, I said I'm probably going to look like an idiot at the end. But Saturday early game, Sheffield United City, only 1-0.
Sheffield will be happy with that, I think. I know they haven't got many points on the board, but keeping City down to 1-0 is they won't have expected to win that. So just coming out with a goal down it'll be a good result for them, really.
The same as us, aren't they? 1 point, Sheffield United so far this season. I think they'll be happy with that. Good goal by Walker.
Yeah, good goal. He likes one, doesn't he? Likes a big smash from edge of box, doesn't he, coming in there?
Hard to save them. Powerful on the ground in the corner, even if he's struggling as a keeper.
You
played well, though, Ramsdale. Played well.
Made some all right saves, didn't he, to be fair to him?
Yeah, he did. Played really well.
Yeah.
Burnley, Chelsea, we've spoken about that now, I think.
Yeah.
Liverpool, West Ham. West Ham took the lead, didn't he? 10 minutes in.
Doing well, West Ham. I expected him to get a goal, to be fair. Liverpool just too good in the end, though, innit, really?
So, Jota with the winner.
Jota on form, and he obviously scored a hat-trick last night as well.
Yeah.
He's
on fire, isn't he?
On some flames, isn't he?
I think that's such a good signing, that.
Yeah, he's been playing down the middle, hasn't he? At the minute, so I think he'll do well there.
Well, if he carries on scoring, I can't see Firmino getting back in, because Firmino's quality, isn't he? Really good player, but he doesn't score. He's not a he's a goal scorer, but not.
They talk about how important it is for those other two, but I mean, Jota's doing a job himself, scoring goals, and I think Liverpool will do a lot better playing someone that might not link Salah and Mane as much, but gets involved himself, a lot more, and probably end up doing really well this season if he starts.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's only 23 as well. So there's some sell on value there as well.
Really good signing. Yeah, they could easily sell him for double, I think, in a few years. Villa Southampton.
Yeah.
Mad game. Southampton were cruising, but it finished 4-0 up, and then it finished 4-3.
Mental, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Mad. Yeah. Grealish got a few consolations back. He had involvement in a few.
Yeah, he always has involvement though, doesn't he? Regardless of the result, I think.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse scored. I think was that 2 assists, 2 free kick goals. I don't think there's a better free kick taker in the Premier League than him. He seems to score every one, doesn't he?
He's just improving year on year. Ward-Prowse, what a
fantastic player!
Yeah. Ings scored a good goal as well.
Yeah, that Ward-Prowse kind of lad that I'd like at Burnley, me.
He'd be perfect at Burnley. Yeah,
he does remind me a little bit of West Ham, more attacking than West Ham. Obviously, better with his free kicks, but just that type of role where he's just sort of not the quickest, but runs around a bit, takes some good set pieces. I really like him. I wish he was at Burnley, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, seems like one of them players who deserves it as well.
Yeah.
I think I saw an interview once saying best trainer and all that. He's really worked hard for
Doesn't
it.
surprise me that.
Yeah. So Southampton, fair play, fifth, up to fifth now.
Playing some good football, aren't they? Good players.
Crazy.
Really good team.
Started really well. Newcastle, Everton, 2-1 to Newcastle. Wilson and Calvert-Lewin score shit. I think we both actually looked at half time at a bet. Calvert, and then he said them two to score. I didn't put it on. They did, but they both scored it second half.
Good result for Newcastle. That
Newcastle's impressing me this season as well. They're doing a lot better.
They're getting some results, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Everton were missing some of the key players, though, weren't they? James Rodriguez didn't play. No Richarlison either. I think it might have been a different story if them two were playing. But
what did you make of Pickford getting dropped as well?
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because he got dropped for a single game, but was promised that he'd start the next one. It's like, what's the point in dropping him if you're going to say, right? Because that lad from where did they get him from now? That keeper.
He's on loan, isn't he? From Italian.
He played really well, to be fair to him. Made some really good saves. So it's kind of a bit of an insult to him, really, isn't it? Like, you can come in for a game, but Jordan's coming back in. I don't really know whether it was a drop to help his sort of, because obviously big Sunderland guy in he as well. He's already had a lot of stick from a lot of Liverpool fans, and obviously you've seen all the stuff about needing bodyguards and that because of death threats and all sorts. So
a bit of a break.
Whether it was a case of just to protect him a bit in case he made a mistake, and Newcastle fans hammered him as well. So who knows? But he's made the most mistakes leading to goals, I believe, this season. So
won't surprise me. Yeah, Port must be.
Surprisingly, he's not in that top five. So
mind you, I suppose Port really has only made one alley that's led to a goal. But I thought his positioning for the first goal against Chelsea was terrible.
Yeah, it weren't great, were it?
No. United Arsenal, great win for Arsenal. First time they've won there in God knows.
Yeah.
And usually, we were saying, weren't they, in the Big Six, they're not usually that
struggled, don't they?
They won, and I thought they deserved it. Did you?
Good result. Yeah, they played well. I think both teams had a couple of good chances, though, didn't they? I think United at the post a couple of times, maybe. Greenwood had a couple of good chances, but yeah, they ground it out and they got the win, didn't they? Thought penalty might have been a little bit soft, if I remember.
It could be soft. I think it were, though. I think it were a pen.
But there's soft penalties throughout the league at the minute.
Oh yes. Well, as soon as you like go into the back, touch someone,
he just clipped front of his toe, didn't he? It's it probably is. It is probably more of a penalty than Salah's was. I felt like Salah got a kick, but sort of just threw himself.
He always does, doesn't he?
Or a bit, he does. Or a bit clumsy from Pogba. To be fair.
I think that's the reason they give it. It was clumsy, where he just stuck his leg out. There were no real.
With those ones, though, as soon as you feel a stud on toe, you just go down, don't you? You get them every time.
So Arsenal up to 9th. They still won't be happy with that, obviously, I don't think. But Man United 15th. It's just not happening, is it, for them?
No, they will sort themselves out though. They're a decent side, aren't they? When they get some results.
But I can't see them ever winning out with Ollie. Sadly, I like him.
No, I think Pochettino needs in, doesn't he? I really like Pochettino as well. He's looking for a job again.
He's back in England, and he were in the studio.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
I think United fans will really want Pochettino winning. As much as they probably do like Ollie, in the back of their minds, they're thinking, right, it's time for change.
Yeah, well, Man United, a club of that size needs to be winning things. I just don't think he's the man.
I just feel like they're relying on the quality of the players rather than any sort of proper tactics or. They
don't seem structured sometimes, do they? There's no structure there. And
no, I genuinely feel like it's just always sort of relying on that, individual quality to make something. And, obviously they've got some fantastic players, so it pays off sometimes, but I never think that's down to Ollie. I personally think that's down to the players.
Because they have got unbelievable quality, haven't they, in that team?
Yeah.
United, but I think if they want to win out, they're going to have to get somebody else in. I don't feel that. Tottenham 2, Brighton 1. Tough game for Spurs. Bale finally
got his goal, didn't he?
Got his goal. Good header as well. That Lamptey score for Brighton, I don't think he's such a good player.
Yeah, he nearly got sent off though, didn't he? He
Yeah.
could have been. I thought that was a red card, me.
It could have been, could it?
Him flying in with studs up. I think that was a red card, personally.
Yeah, it definitely, there were no complaints, I don't think.
Yeah.
But what a player he is.
Brighton are a good side, but they find themselves down there again, don't they? We've only got one win this season.
Yeah, and we've got them next.
Yeah, and they'll probably
have 2 wins.
Probably have 2 wins, yeah. I won't be surprised. They are a good side. They seem to be quite close games, and every season I think they've got a good side, good manager, and they play some good football, but they always seem to find themselves down there at the end of the season. So who knows, but I really hope we beat them on Friday. I think it'll be a tough game, but you know, the players have got a real chance to show what they can do this Friday, I think. So hopefully.
Yeah, we need to win that game, I think, this weekend. But on Friday, sorry. But yeah, Brighton, been really impressed with Brighton. Graham Potter as well. It's a strange, like, the route he's got to there.
Good manager though, isn't he?
Oh, he's done. Manager. Yeah, and the route how he's got to this position is unbelievable. You don't get many like that.
Yeah, I do like
Monday night, Fulham got a win, 2-0 onto West Brom.
Yes.
Quite shocked at that I was, but
I thought I thought if I was going to back anyone to win, I'd have gone West Brom. To be fair, I thought they're a better team, but you know, fair play to them. Fulham, you know, especially that second goal they scored. What a goal that was! Right in the top corner. Yeah, West Brom didn't really offer much. Good result for that. Fulham will be happy with that.
Oh, they're buzzing with that. Mitrovic 2 assists as well. So even though he didn't score, they won't mind about that, will they?
They got a win on board for them, so they, you know, well, hopefully they don't, but they might kick on now.
Yeah, hopefully not for us, but yeah, they could. I don't think they will somehow though.
Well, it's Fulham. It's usually written down in it before the season starts how they'll get on. So
bit of a yo-yo, aren't they, Fulham up and down? And then finally, Leeds 1, Leicester 4. Leicester on the counter were just unstoppable.
That's just classic Leicester, isn't it? That.
Oh, they're so good at what they do, aren't they?
They're so quick at breaking, and they're so good at scoring with one chance on the break. That little play between Narvi Barnes and Vardy for that first goal was silly. And then, to be fair to Leeds, they came out second half and they got right back in it. They were piling the pressure on early second half. But then Leicester did him again on the counter and then, you know, kicked on. So fair play to him.
I can see Vardy still be running that fast when he's 50.
He's ridiculous, isn't he? He's such
slowing
a
down,
player.
Isn't he? He's 33 now, I think, and he's just doesn't look like he's slowing down. They can't keep up with him.
Great striker.
Who are 5-6 years younger than him, they can't cope with him. And Harvey Barnes, what a player he is. If he don't start, well, I think did he get in the last England squad? I can't remember.
Yeah, he got brought on, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, well, they should be looking at him in England. I think he's a brilliant player.
Yeah, you're a big fan, aren't you?
I'm a massive fan of his, yeah. Just because every time they seem to play us at turf, he's a standout player on the pitch.
I do like him. He's a good player. I don't mean this in a bad way. He gets a lot of people rave over him. He's good and the way he plays, but I think it suits him in Leicester because he's quick and he's got a decent shot on him. So
yeah, maybe I'm a massive fan. I think he could go higher me, but
we'll have to see how he gets on in like the England team if he does get there. He'll start more often. So. Yeah,
hopefully they'll get a proper chance with that. We'll have a quick look now before we go on to fantasy. We'll have a quick look at Football League scores as well. Yeah. So last night, obviously, some midweek games. Championship, Brentford 1, Swansea 1. Bristol City 1 at Huddersfield. Norwich drew at home to Millwall 0-0. Yeah. Blackburn Middlesbrough 0-0.
Cardiff is a decent win there.
Cardiff, 3-0 winning. Sheff Wednesday 1-0 against Bournemouth. Great win. Cardiff, Harry Wilson scored. Yeah. Good goal as well.
I've not seen it.
It's a typical goal of his, like, edge of box, top corner.
When he scores, screamers, doesn't he?
Yeah. So, we're one we missed out on there, and I don't understand why we didn't get it.
I think so, yeah.
Never understand.
I think, I know we kept mentioning the fact that the excuse might be that we're expecting this takeover, so we don't want to spend money. But I think a small investment like that, you know, 15, 16 million.
Not even just like Cardiff have done, get him in on loan, like.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's just a real shame. I was really excited about that signing as well.
Yes,
it'd have been really good, him and McNeil on the wings.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with that.
Because I've been disappointed with Gudmundsson in the first few games. That maybe he's not fully fit at the minute, not tip top, but doesn't seem to be performing as well as he's known to with those balls in. And obviously injured again, and he's not starting Brady, so it would have been nice to have Harry Wilson come in there. He'd have had a good chance.
If Gudmundsson's injured again this weekend on Friday, he has to play Brady, doesn't he?
That was stupid at the weekend, when it
I'm
Brownhill wasted.
I'm not a massive fan of Brady personally. I don't think.
No, a few people aren't too fair. I can get your point, but I think he's better than playing Brownhill out wide.
Oh yeah, but that's but on the flip side, if it means we're playing Brownhill out wide, I'd put Brady's a winger. What would Stevie thinking?
The thing is, Brady plays on the left normally, and because McNeil's there, he can't play Brady. I think that's why he struggles a bit, because he has to cut in all the time. So I think it's a bit harsh, because Brady was that season he got injured. He was class. I do like Brady. I think he's got
it in him, hasn't he? He's got the quality,
100%. But he
doesn't show it enough.
You don't get game time. He gets a game every couple of months.
I give him that. He needs a run of games, Brady, and this is the chance to do it, and he's not doing it. I don't get it, but
if you gave Brady a full season on left hand side, he'd be class. He'd be really good. He'd get a few assists. But he's having to play him on the right, and he's not even doing that. So I really would like to see Brady start on the right and Brownhill and Westy in the middle. I didn't think I'd say this, but I think we are missing Jack Coke a bit.
Works out. We're missing that hard working.
I really thought that
fielder.
He was just holding us back a bit because of his pace. But he obviously does a job at middle with Westy, and I think we are missing that bit of that runner in the middle a bit, really. Feel like because the way we play, Brownhill's being forced back a bit, and he's not being able to sort of drive forward and play those creative passes that we need. So yeah, it's a weird one at the minute, and we're obviously playing this one-dimensional football at the minute, which is really frustrating. But I think we need to really try and get it out wide more, get some balls in, rather than just these big diagonals and balls forward. It's
frustrating at times. So back to we keep veering off to Burnley, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Well, the subject we go off. We have to start doing a Burnley show, a separate one, aren't we, every week? So just looking at the table, Championship table, bottom three at the minute. Chef Wednesday obviously is up to -1 now, though.
Yeah.
Had a good start to the season, to be fair. I think 3 wins.
We'll be happy with that. -12.
Yeah, and they've got to -1 now. Yeah.
I think Wednesday will stay up comfortably, mate, to be honest with you.
Looking at the table, I can see Rotherham and Coventry maybe dropping.
Wickham, bottom for me. Wickham 100% bottom.
I think Wickham are gone already, yeah. Forest and Derby, I don't know. I'd be shocked if they went down still.
I can only see them sorting themselves out. I think it could be. There's a couple of teams in there, though, that have picked up results. I think the Barnsley not doing too bad. Two wins and 4 draws. So
yeah, it's looking strange. But as you know, at Championship, we used to be in it. It's so tight, isn't it? Like you just never know. Yeah. Someone always comes racing up at last minute. Millwall, I think people should be keeping an eye on. Who could be an underdog to go up.
Yeah, the good side Millwall, aren't they?
They are. They've been on the edge a few years, and I think people should watch out for Millwall. They could sneak a playoff place. I think this year they've done really well.
Yeah.
And then Reading got beaten at the weekend, I think.
Flying though, aren't they?
Yeah, they fly. First defeat they've had. They get away at Coventry, which was a shock. We'll have a quick look at League One as well.
My favourite league.
Yeah, our knowledge is amazing on this. We'll get better as we carry on doing these. Just looking at the Plymouth Parface's team, 4-2 winners against Swindon.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad, Plymouth, to be fair to them.
No, Blackpool beat Wigan 1-0. Fleetwood, Barton, they got beat 3-2 at Charlton.
I'd like to see Fleetwood come up.
Well, they're 10 Fleetwood now. So
they were unlucky last season, weren't they? With the way it panned out with the what do you call it? The pandemic, and they sort of ended the season. Did they end the season? Am I right in thinking?
Well, they ended it, and then they were in the playoffs, weren't they?
Yeah, and they missed.
It all went wrong.
Which is a shame. I thought they were going to do well.
Yeah, well, I think that playoff. I think they had that Coyle, as he called, I think, got sent off well early on in that game, and then they end up against Wickham, and Wickham obviously ended up going up eventually.
There's some big teams in that league, to be fair. Ipswich, Charlton, Sunderland,
There
Portsmouth.
are, yeah, some really big teams, and Peterborough's top at the minute, Ipswich second.
Peterborough, a good side though, aren't they? To be fair to them.
Yeah, Lincoln at fourth. Lincoln's doing well, 22 points. So since then, when Cowley's left, could have maybe thought they were going to start dropping a bit, but they're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lincoln. Been impressed with them.
Yeah, they are.
And Aki, we always have to get Aki in there.
Yeah.
But they can't play at the minute, can they?
No.
They've only played 7 games.
Yeah,
so it looks like
it.
Yeah.
They've got about 100 players that have got coronavirus on this.
Oh, they've been unlucky, haven't they, Aki? Yeah, they've got a few that have had...
Don't know, they're a good start though, haven't they? They've done well.
They have, yeah. To say they've played 7... I mean, some teams below have played 4 more games.
Yeah.
You look at Wigan, that is a club in decline, isn't it? Bottom of the league.
Mental to think they were winning
not long ago.
They were winning cups against City not long back.
I don't know, oh yeah, Ben Watson, weren't it? But yeah, there's, like you say, some big teams, isn't there? It can soon drop down
teams, mate.
Down them leagues. That's what I always think with Burnley. We should enjoy it while we're in the Premier League because you never know.
Yeah, it
soon drop.
Could easily change.
Then a league we know even more about, James. League 2.
Oh, get in.
When I did the predictions for the season, I think I say this nearly every week, but the 2 lads I had on who know all sorts about League 2.
Bolton to finish top.
We both had Bolton, and probably many of us have all had Bolton to finish top. And they're just
going on there.
It's not happening, is it? They got a last-minute equaliser, 1-1 at home to Mansfield.
They really have got a chance of falling out the league, haven't they?
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at Mansfield, the 22nd.
I know, and they've not won a game.
And they've not won a game, yeah. And they should have done, shouldn't they, yesterday? And Bolton are 20th. I don't think they will fall out.
Yeah.
Purely because Southend are terrible.
Yeah.
And they're another club who's been... I think they've had ownership problems and they've lost all the team, playing with kids and that.
Yeah, did they play... Was it Bradford they played last night, was it? Did they play... I think they played Bradford last night.
3-0. They got 3-0. They're losing every week. So they've had 2 draws, 9 losses. So
minus 20 goal difference. That's
it's early days for them, but it's sad what's happening there, isn't it? And it's another club that's been ruined by an owner. But Bolton, yeah, I think they will stay up, but they should have been going up really, and I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
however early it is.
No, it's enough time for Bolton.
Yeah, top league, Newport got beat last night, 3-2 at Carlisle.
Newport a good side, aren't they? Always do like cup, don't they?
I was just going to say, yeah, we all know them from cups, don't we? But yeah, Carlisle 3-2. They were 3-0 up Carlisle. It's winning that one. It's Newport, but Newport right back of it. So that takes Carlisle up to 5th. Just looking at top 3 as well, Cambridge and Forest Green. I can't claim I know much about these, to be honest, but Cambridge beat Salford, who's the money bags of the league, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sacking Alexander not really worked, has it?
Weird one, that, isn't it?
There might have been good players who own them, but I don't think that.
Don't understand that at all, me. That really baffles me, that decision.
Well, I know that when I come back to this League 2 preview again, Ed, who's on that, he said before the season even started, the football that Alexander played wasn't great last season. So he said if that carries on this year, I think he even said he could end up getting sacked.
He possibly did say that, I feel like.
He definitely said something about the style of play we had. So maybe that had something to do with it. Even though they're getting... But I always think results should come first.
Yeah, I do. Well, you know how it is being Burnley fans. We get mocked all the time. How do we watch this? But end of the day, when you're getting results, you don't care how you're playing, and it's only when you're not playing well that you care. You're not getting results that you care about the style of football, really. So, yeah, results speak for themselves. So I think it's harsh, me.
Yeah, it was harsh. You got them up as well, didn't he? And but I think it's just they've got that much money. They've such high expectations.
I think most people would have probably got Salford up with that money as well.
And Cambridge, despite losing last night, just looking at it, their goal difference is plus 16. Next highest is Newport with plus 9. That's unbelievable.
Scoring goals.
They are, yeah. And Forest Green, 2-1 winners at home to Leyton Orient. They're in 3rd place. They've been there or thereabouts as well, haven't they, Forest Green?
Yeah.
We'll have a quick word on Cheltenham. because of Michael Duff. Got beat last night though, sadly at Oldham 2-1. Oldham's picked up a bit recently. They're getting a few results on the board now. Thought they were going to be one of them. We're down with Southend. Thought they could be bottom two because they're another club who's been so many ownership problems, aren't they?
Yeah, it can change so quickly in these leagues, though, can't it?
Oh, it can, yeah. And got a few Grimsby time mates, so I'll shout them out last night. They beat Barrow 1-0 because they don't win many. So I'll shout Grimsby out. Yeah, 1-0 against Barrow. Barrow as well started really well. 11 points from first 11 games. They've taken that, I think.
You take that, don't you?
Definitely, yeah. They'll still take staying up, and I think they will stay up. Yeah, David Dunn, as much as it'll pain us, he's doing all right there, isn't he?
I refuse to speak.
yeah, he's not doing a bad job. So yeah, it's Football League. We've gone into more detail than usual, haven't we?
Yeah.
With them, and then on to fantasy football. I'm just checking mine now because I daren't look. I ain't not as bad as I thought actually. Thought I'd done worse than that. But
yeah, not too bad, mate.
I think it's not.
It weren't a fantastic week, to be fair.
It weren't.
Matt played his triple captain.
Yeah, he did. Big call that, Salah.
Yeah, massive call. I made the mistake of captaining Son, but I forgot to change. Like you, I forgot to change it. I forgot it was a Friday game.
Yeah.
Looking back at it though, I captain Son. I think I would have probably gone with Son anyway, me against Brighton. I wouldn't have got an awful lot of points other than Vardy, really, and I don't think I'd have captained Vardy against Leeds. But I was pretty pleased with 63. Saiz didn't play, unfortunately. He would have got a clean sheet as well. I'm just sort of keeping in touch with everyone at the minute. I need to get a few points in front, get a gap going. Really, I'm just sort of clinging on.
Well, Matt had a good week. He played his triple captain, but he got 86 points.
It's not a great triple captain, that really.
No, it's there's worse. Like he scored, which has saved it a little bit, hasn't it? He's got Grealish there. Players like that triple captain, you're getting yourself 45. So it's not a fantastic triple captain. That he's got himself an extra sort of 20 points in front of most people. So good in the short term, but long term, I think over that 20 points will be closed up again pretty easily, I think. And Mark,
I think we can say that he's probably not looked at his fantasy for a bit of time.
I think. Well, the thing is though, he must have done because he's got Brewster up front.
Let's have a look.
Unless he had Brewster up front when he were at Liverpool, he'd already picked it.
He definitely hasn't. He's had Werner as captain for since the start.
You know with Mark though, like I'll let him off if you don't, because that last few years I've been terrible. I don't give it. But what in God's name? Why did he pick them players to start with?
Yeah.
He must be taking Mick, Mark. I mean, look at the formation. 5 at the back.
Well, he's gone David Martin in goal, hasn't
he? Yeah, exactly. Most people got to say David Martin plays for West Ham, doesn't he? Just in case you don't know who he is. So,
yeah, not fantastic, really. I think he's jacked that in, to be honest with you.
I think he jacked it in before it even started with that team.
Well, that's a classic, innit? You have a bad first week and then that's it. You leave it. Matt's usually a classic for that. He has a couple of bad weeks, loses touch, and then, I don't play it anymore.
We need to ask. Well, that's usually me. I've stuck at it this time.
Well, I never like that, mate. If you have a couple of bad weeks, you've got to try and grind it out. You can't just sack it off.
I never do. I rot, and I go down with the rot, me, when it comes to fantasy football. But this year, I'm determined that that's not going to happen. But yeah, and his third choice substitute is Kevin De Bruyne. What is going? We need to speak to Mark, don't we, and ask him what.
The thing is, though, that first game week, City and United didn't play, so they were on his bench.
So right, yeah. Not
and
too fair.
What I'm saying is, he hasn't changed it since, has he? So they just sat there, and they only come on when someone on his team's not played. So
good thing is, though, none of us have to worry about coming bottom.
That's very true. I never usually have to worry about that anyway.
I usually have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Cockcroft's had a bit of a shocker this year. He's usually up there, isn't he?
He is, to be fair. He's what's going on with Cockcroft's team, to be fair.
Not after this year. Parfaces league as well.
Oh, yeah.
141st in that. Yeah.
How many's in it? 141?
I don't know. No, there's quite a few in it, I think. I'm doing all right this year, aren't I? I'm not doing bad.
You've had a decent start for once, to be fair.
I have. It's rare that I get this kind of stuff. But there's a rotting coming, I know there is. Anything where things are going well for me, there's a rot coming up.
Yeah.
It's like not fantasy football, it's like Ultimate Team, foot champs.
Foot champs, you do like it. Well, we all like a rot in that, don't we?
We all like a rot. Yeah, we do. We do indeed. So yeah, before we finish, trying to think of other things. Obviously, football, non-elite football's been stopped.
Yeah.
Which I'm a bit gutted about.
Yeah.
Working at Ramsbottom. But
I'm a little bit. I mean, wouldn't have been able to watch it anywhere personally. I think they'd have stopped fans going out during lockdown. I know you do social media for Ramsbottom, but just as I've started watching Colne play, they've sacked it off. So that's a shame.
Yeah, I thought obviously this would have affected you because you wouldn't be able to go to Colne, but I thought they might be able to carry on without fans. As crap as it is, like trust me, it's miles better. That's why I enjoy going to watch Ramsbottom, because obviously we're watching games on telly for a start, which isn't the same, and there's no fans. It's just not as good, is it? No. Whereas when I would go in there and I would proper get into it, like start to feel like when we're on turf again, get hearing a bit of a crowd and that. So yeah, I'm a bit gutted about that, and plus as well with Ramsbottom, they were second last year. It got cancelled altogether, so it just got made void last season. Top at the minute. Colne on our tails. It could get a bit thingy, me and you, James, let this season. We're doing a bloody Northern Premier League Northwest Division show, aren't we? All coming in. You're gonna get a Colne shirt. I'll get a Ramsbottom.
I think I know more about that league than I do League Two. So
same here. Yeah, to be fair, we know quite a lot about that now, don't we? Yeah. I love it though. I'm actually really enjoying non-league. I never thought I'd get into it because I used to go and watch Aki a bit, and I liked it, but I couldn't really ever get into it. No. But I do like non-league. How did you find it with Cole?
It was good, to be fair. It were frustrating all there were no beers being sold because of the tier 3 in Lancashire, but it was just nice to just be out in the cold again. Stood up watching some footy, and it was really enjoyable. It was good watching what it meant to, because I mean, end it there. I'm not too fussed whether Colne win or lose. It was just a chance to go and watch some footy, but seeing what it means to Colne fans and also manager and they're all jumping around, going mental. So that was good to see, because we don't usually get that at Burnley managerial team, and that giving it some beans when they score. So it was good to see that. It was good fun, good laugh.
Yeah, they are really passionate about it. Like the fans, people forget about it, don't they? Non-league, and I've been the same in the past. I've been probably a bit.
The Colne fans were singing for the full 90 minutes.
Ramsbottom, there's more atmosphere at Ramsbottom than there is at most of these Premier League grounds.
I'd argue about the social distancing at Colne, but there weren't much of that going on.
They didn't have the beers, did they? You've got they can hold the beers and social distance. No, I know what you mean. It's probably why it's been stopped a bit. It is impossible, you can't. It's impossible to properly social distance at these football, but I do hope they can get it running again next month, because it's vital in it to the money and that. But I know what you mean. Social distance, it does get a little bit
non-existent.
Non-existent at times. But they do remind them. I know, like at Ramsbottom, they say a few times during a game, remember you should be distancing. But the atmosphere, one thing I'll say, non-league atmosphere is better than Premier League.
Yeah.
And there's only about, I think Rams get about 300 to 400 on.
Yeah, it's a decent amount,
that. Which has been decent, especially during this. This is, I don't know how many they get on usually. I think they can get 2,000 in.
Really?
But obviously they can only have a certain amount, can't you, a minute with. Well, you can't have any now. It's stopped before. But I'm gutted for them. I'm gutted for non-league clubs. I am.
Yeah.
But it's class. If it does, anyone listening to this, if it comes back again next month, I'd recommend it. Definitely, would you? It's,
100%. While the Premier League's out, we have to watch everything on TV. It's a really good opportunity to go and watch some football and almost fall in love with it again, because I've fallen out of love with it a bit. It's not helping. Burnley are losing every week, but
it's not just that, is it? It's just not the same. Even when we were winning in last season in the lockdown, when it came back, I feel so disconnected. Still feeling it as much. No crowd, just a bit boring, and obviously we can't actually go to the games, which is shit in it really. But
Yeah, it just feels a bit disconnected at the minute, which is not great. So, and I can't see it changing anytime soon, really. So,
Well, I personally think forget about it this season.
yeah.
I can't. I'd be shocked if I think maybe you might get a few on, but I can't see us getting a full home and away fans on this season. I think away fans won't happen.
It's sad, isn't it? But
It is,
just
but
living in some tough times.
I just keep thinking we're going to have one hell of a summer next year, aren't we?
Well, I hope we're in the Premier League anyway.
Yeah, but we've got obviously next summer we'll have the Euros come back, so
Well, let's hope it's back to normal by next summer anyway.
well, in my head, I'm telling myself, right, it's going to be back next summer because that's what's getting me there. I'm pretending.
You expect the best, and if the worst comes along, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
I might just expect the worst and hope for the best.
That's what I've been doing. I've been expecting the worst, but now I'm thinking, right, next summer I'm expecting the best. We'll have a vaccine, and
I hope
we'll
so.
be sat in the pub, beer garden, watching the Euros,
Hopefully,
watching England
fingers
let us
crossed.
down again in the Euros.
Might be the year, mate. Might be the year.
Yeah, well, we say that every time, don't we? Even Nations League, I was well up for that, thinking, oh, we're going to win it. And there we go. They even let us down in that, didn't they? So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully, Pope will be number one as well.
Not if he carries on his form, he won't.
Well, we might be getting a call up ourselves at this rate. All the England keepers keep ballsing up, don't they, every week?
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, we'll leave it there then for this week.
Nice one.
Back again. We rewind soon, and Matt, thinking about it some more. I'm thinking maybe we could do a football league show as a separate one as well.
Yeah.
But we did all right today. Actually, we actually got it in, didn't we? Got quite a lot in about it. And then obviously the Northern Premier League Northwest Division show might be coming soon.
That'll be a long episode anyway.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that could be. Watch this space. That's all. Anyway, cheers for that.
That's for mate.
And we'll speak to you all next time. Cheers.
See you later.